I am seeing Remy, which is first. Marilyn. I did that. I am so sorry, Marilyn. I don't think I feel bad, though. I really enjoy the soil blockers. So, how is everyone? Hello, Wendy. How was everyone's Easter? Did you celebrate? Did you do anything special? Hello again. Hello, Joham. So I'm not sure if you guys caught on my message last, I think, Friday? I wasn't planning on doing a live yesterday. Originally, I was going at my parents' for Easter, and then we were hit with this hectic ice storm, and my parents was out of power for until Saturday late in the afternoon. So at first my parents canceled, so I was planning on going live, and then my parents said, oh, the electricity's back on. So yesterday night I went at my parents, and I'm like, okay, so when I get back home, I'm gonna do my live. But then the kids were having so much fun yesterday, so I came back home really, really late. So I decided I was gonna do a Monday night live. So we had supper Friday. What is your traditional meal for Easter? We had ham, snow peas. That's a new one. My mom usually do something else. And normally it's mashed potatoes, but this year it was roasted potatoes. It was really nice. And there was coleslaw and chocolate. Obviously, it wouldn't be Easter without loads of chocolate. Yeah, Cedric yesterday was having so much fun with my mom. They were playing hide and seek, and I was like, okay, I'm 5 more minutes, and then 5 more minutes turned into a couple of hours. Ham usually, but I had 3 turkeys left, so we ate one. Oh no, it seems that a bug is actually going through most of us. My son's stomach has been fragile for a couple of days, and my daughter's tummy now is a little bit fragile. There's a little bug passing through. Again. I think we're done with that one. Next. I hope that we will not see any peaks of that this summer. Hello, Angie. How are you? You're holding the fort. So this week was quite hectic for us. I did make a small video of all that happened because of the ice storm. We were supposed to only have electricity back 2-3 days after we got hit with the storm, but because we are connected to something with the water supply in the city, we were one of the first ones to be hooked up, so we only lacked electricity a couple of hours, but we were out of internet for I think like over 48 hours. So I was trying to reach you guys. I was trying to tell you that I was okay, because normally I do a Thursday live. I have like either a video or something going on, but like internet was like, I was upstairs next to a window or on the balcony trying to get like 1 bar so I can make phone calls. And sometimes we were blessed with like half an hour where all my messages would like come in, and I was able to answer them and like give news to my parents, give news to my friends. So it's been a weird Easter, like very weird Easter. This poor bachelor didn't even get a Easter dinner. I actually asked. Well, my husband did. He asked my mom, can I bring some ham home?" So we were sent home with a lot of ham. Yes. Remember, if you are a member of mine, you have access to a couple of privileges. You have the tomato, the squash, and the frog as emojis. And when you join that membership, there is some behind the scene pictures, videos. Obviously, this week I wasn't able to give you guys anything, but normally I try to give you guys at least once a week something that I don't normally share on my regular videos. And I have added to the description of this, well, practically all my videos. Since I was able to have the membership, I have added the link if you just want to go check it out. Did I miss any comments? I did also have some struggles since I was out of electricity and it was super, super cold. And if you haven't seen the video, we had a tree that fell on the chicken coop in a second tree, which is right next to my high tunnel where all my seedlings are during the day. I chose not to bring out my seedlings. One, because it was way too cold. The high tunnel was like barely 5 degrees Celsius, the hottest during that ice storm. And I was so scared that a branch the size of the one that fell on the coop could potentially fall on my high tunnel. So every single tray, I have 9 tray that I bring out morning and night. I left them inside for about 48 hours. And then I restarted the process of hardening off. So that means acclimating them outside. And I was like having beautiful plants, cabbage plants that were doing what they're supposed to do. Some of them got burned. Some of them are looking sad. So I was so excited. I was having a good year with brassicas, cabbage family, and I thought I found like the perfect way of growing them. But because they were exposed to variation of temperatures and they were stuck inside for 48 hours, sadly, I am losing some. So soon I'll walk you around what I have going on inside the house, what I have going on in the tunnel, and I'll show you the good, the bad, and ugly. And I want to show you how I'm doing beets this year and how I'm doing my brassicas. But there are some sad looking ones, but there is some good. I am trying to log on. What you wrote down? What did I miss? Did I miss a comment from Angie? Hello, Marcy. So how many days until the convention, Marcy? Hello, Boreal Living. 26 days. Is that till the convention? So how are you surviving, Danielle? You sent me a message saying that you had lots of snow. And as I was experiencing an ice storm, you were snowed in. So how is the snow? Oh, right. So 26 days. 26 days. That's not much. Like, it seems that we were just celebrating New Year's. Like yesterday or the week before. Hello, Moonsprout. I think it's the first time I see you here. Welcome to the chat. So I am trying to work out the logistics. Normally, I would get in and out of the convention the same day. But this year, as my calculation, I think I'm like 2 hours and 30 or 45 minutes away from the convention. So I am looking into the option of arriving on Friday. And I hope I will have the privilege to taste Angie's lasagna. I would love to taste that lasagna after every joke and every success story I have heard. So I am working the logistics to make that work, because at first I was planning on staying Saturday, but I can't because I am continuing the courses of Luna. And my course is at 1:30 on Sunday, and it is my mom's birthday, and it is also Mother's Day. And I was hoping to celebrate her birthday and Mother's Day on Sunday. So I knew that I couldn't make all of that work. So I'm trying to come in Friday for dinner or after dinner. Rain today. We lost around 15 inches of snow. Nice. Okay, I don't want to brag. I don't want to piss off anyone. I almost have no more snow. Because of all the rain we had after the ice storm, most of the snow is gone. And yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're having very high temperatures. So that means probably by Friday, I'll have no more snow. But that also means that I have to start amending and prepping my soil, because we are April 10th and I'm starting to direct sow certain things on between April 20th and April 25th. So I have 15 days to start broad forking. Weeding, broad forking, adding compost, amending my soil, and then sow stuff. And I will start transplanting my cauliflower, onions, all of that between the 20th of April and the 30th of April. And I need to finish all of that before the convention. So I am working real hard to make it work. It must feel good to lose a lot of snow. I begin to see some lawn at the base of the stairs. Nice. I saw a glimpse. I haven't watched the whole video, but there's a video of Darren from Thorhaven Farm. He's in his shorts and he's shoveling snow. I think he's a little excited for spring. Really? Mother's Day is on the 14th? Usually it's always on my mom's birthday. Okay. Well, regardless, I can't stay on Saturday night. I wish I could, but I can't. What do you mean? I can't leave before 4 o'clock on Friday, even if I wanted to. I began understanding the greenhouse 25 minutes work. Yeah, it is a lot of workout. I'm not far from my greenhouse. I have a small deck, a couple of stairs, another small deck, and then a couple, maybe like 10 feet. And I have to walk all those stairs up, down, for 9 trays at the moment. So it takes me at least 20 minutes, 10 to 20 minutes. And then I have stuff that I planted in the ground, in the tunnel, that I have to maintain, water, weed, blah, blah, blah. It should. I'm guessing that within the next week or so, you guys should not have snow anymore. Bye, Marcy. Bon appetit. So we are seeing for this week, I was a bit surprised. Like, we're just coming out of an ice storm, and so this week, the Tuesday's 14 Celsius, then 12, 21, 22, 21, 19. And at night, I'm not seeing hard frosts for the tunnel. So most of my stuff will now spend the entire night outside, if everything goes well. I'm not seeing any cold stuff going on. The coldest I'm seeing is 1 degree. No, wait. Coldest I'm seeing 6. Yeah, so most of my stuff will stay outside the next couple of days. I'm not seeing any frost. So that means now all my Brassica's family is going to permanently stay every single night outside in the tunnel. I will no longer bring it outside. But that also means that now I'm going to have to start the transitioning of the onions. So I'm not sure if I'll leave those, bring them outside one morning and then just leave them there, or bring them out morning and night for a couple of days. But what I love about this is now that those 9 trays will stay outside, is now I can put lights where those trays used to like stay there for the night, and I'm starting to up pot some of my tomatoes. That's a lot of logistics. It's okay if there's no more lasagna. I'll just bring in my snacks. There's the lasagna part that I really want to enjoy, but I want to spend time with all of you guys. Like, I get one time a year to see you guys and this time, instead of a couple of hours, it's going to be at least 24 hours. But I have to remember to sleep in those 24 hours. Yes, definitely. Garden workouts. Stay hydrated and garden workouts. So I started, as I said, my tomato transplant, and I am running a little bit late. I should have done this about a week ago, so now they're starting to be just a little bit leggy. I have, at the moment, 150 tomatoes up potted into 2 inches containers, well, trays. And I plan from there to up pot them into 4-inch pots. 4-inch blocks. But I still have some to up pot. I need 110. I think there's 30 that's reserved. I have my neighbor that ordered some, my mom's friend that normally orders some. What else? Anyways, there's a couple of people that order stuff from me every year, so I started that, and I still have at least another tray. So I'm gonna have at least 200 tomato plants. And I'm starting to have a garden manicure, even though I try real hard to wash my nails. Like, I have like this little brush that I found at the Dollarama that I use it so that most of the soil can be removed. But yes, don't forget the thumbs up. That really helps me out, even on my regular videos. What are you guys working on at the moment? Sowing seeds, transplanting, logistics, shoveling snow to make it melt. Like, I feel like I've missed so much this week because I've been trying to catch up on everything. Because not having electricity, having the kids full time, we helped out neighbors. I accumulated so much work that this week is going to be a hectic week. So instead of focusing on my logistics, share yours so that I can give a pause to my brain. Checking for comments if I missed anything. I know for my part, I still have some flowers to sow. Most of my flowers are sown. Most of my herbs are sown. Um, what else? Uh, I still have soon, not this week, the week after that. I know that I have to prepare for my winter squash, summer squash, cucumbers, and melons. I have to prepare for that. I also have, there's a couple of flowers I still have to sow. Obviously in Texas, like, um, I do both. We have a lot of bugs here. So there's a lot of stuff that I start from seeds inside and then sow some outside next to it because I know some of it will die. Like we have the cucumber beetle here, and they literally massacre every single squash family, melon family, plants. So what they do is they leave like this fungus on the yellow flower of the squash, the melons, and the cucumbers, and it molts, like it dies. So the male and the female flowers don't have time to do their thing and have fruit set. So that means I sow more, so to confuse them. Well, at least that's the plan. And same thing with the squash bugs, the vine borers, the bean beetle, and there's another one. Anyways, there's a lot of crops that get decimated by some bugs, and I kind of like sow more here and there and hope for the best. That's nice. Hives. I would love to have hives here, but I'm terrified of bees. I know it sounds crazy. I love bees. Like they're friendly. I always try to save them. Like I have like puddles everywhere that I can around the property, so if anything happens, they have an area to go drink. But for a reason, when I see one, I try to admire it from far. I had a big one. I don't know the name in English. It's either a wasp or bumblebee. My mom said to me when I think I was like about the age of my daughter, it was near my butt cheek. And my mom says, "Don't move. It's not going to do anything." And that little thing decided it was going to stung my butt. I had a hard time sitting down for a week. um, the honeybees, now I can identify them. So those, they don't terrify me as much because they're smaller. The one that I'm really scared of is the not the honeybees. The bumblebees, like I try not to, because they're not going to do anything unless you attack them. But the wasps, those will attack. Well, anyways, the ones around here, if you come too close from them on a tree, they might attack. The bumblebee, it depends. Like the ones that we have here, they have so much food that they don't particularly pay attention to us. So you're gonna have bees, Danielle. That's nice. Yeah. This year I was hoping to build a tunnel, an enclosed tunnel with high end netting, insect netting. So there's 70 grams, 80 grams, anyways, there's a high end netting, and I wanted to build a walk in tunnel, enclosed front to back, with all my cucumbers, all of my not my brassicas, my squashes and all of that, and I wanted to manually pollinate them so that the vine borers, the squash bugs will not be able to set anything on my property. And then the year after, I would move that little constructions where I would put all of my melons, my cucumbers, and my squash, and I would move it around. But I don't think I will be able to build one in time because of all the tree damage that we encounter. We will have to do a lot of wood chips with our wood chipper, and we have a lot of wood to haul back to our house, like near our house. We had to put down 2 trees because of it, so that's a lot of work. So that time that we're going to spend chipping wood, in splitting wood, we might not have time to build that tunnel. I would really, really love to have that tunnel. I would use it in the spring, convert it for the cold hardy crops, to have a walk-in tunnel that has row covers. I don't mind bending down, but I would be able to right away put it there, and then as soon as those crops will be done, early May, mid-May, and May, I would be able to flip it, change the netting, put insect netting, and then have that rotation going on. But I doubt I'll be able to make it work this year. Ouch. I'm not allergic. Well, I didn't have an allergic reaction from the time I was stung. But other insects, I do have reactions to. I've never seen yellow jacket, so I don't know if I have, I don't know what they look like, so I don't think I have those. I hope I don't have those. Hello, Tammy. I have loads of marigold. Every year, when the gardening season ends, I leave my all of my plants of marigold, and then I let them dry, and I just pick up all the heads of the dried flowers, and in the spring I just sprinkle the seeds, and I have marigolds growing everywhere. And it's very good to deter many, many, many pests, but it also invites a lot of good ones. I would love to find white marigolds, because I have just the conventional ones. I also want to find the pompon ones. At my nursery, they have this tall thing going on, and it has a pompon on top. I really want to find those seeds, but I can't seem to find them. I might end up going to the nursery this year and just getting a set and letting it go to seed. Hoping they're not hybrids. I know this year, instead of I'm continuing the idea I had about the walking tunnel that I wanted to do, I probably will use an old gazebo structure this year and put a net in the back of my garden, in-ground garden, and have this beautiful arch thing going on. Have all of my cucumbers there, most of my small melons there, winter squash, and have it there, and see if I can leave the structure there, and then next year do the infrastructure to have that tunnel, or maybe not even possible here, maybe something lower to the ground. I don't know. I have to figure that out, because I am sick and tired to go out in June, because it starts in, no, sorry, July 1st. As soon as July 1st hit, every single day I go outside and I inspect every single plant of squash, and I remove the eggs of the squash bugs and I remove the eggs of the vine borers. And on July 15th, I transplant a new set of summer squash so that I can have. Technically, what I want to do is I want to sow every couple of weeks. Uh, Maybe not this year. I don't think I'll be able to, but that's what I wanted to do originally this year. I wanted to sow like 2 zucchini plants and then sow 2 more 2-3 weeks after, and then sow 2 more 2-3 weeks after, and then remove the ones that are already dead so that the bugs don't linger on the sickly plant, and then like have a rotational thing going on. But I will not be able to preserve if I do that. I won't have enough. Really? Really? Okay, I have to go check. See what you're making me do, Marilyn? So you're saying the Mackenzie Marigold. I think you're right. Yeah. Uh-oh. Okay, so I have to go check now. I have the mix. It's not the Fireball one. I have the Cracker Jack one. But the Eskimo, that's the white one. Nope. Okay, so no, the Cracker Jack, that's the one I have. So those are not the pom-poms. Oh no, I thought it was the pom-poms. That would have been nice. But the Eskimos really look beautiful. Okay, so no, it's not that. Oh no, wait. No, I think you're right. There is a jumbo one. Ew, I might have to try that one. Okay, jumbo. Let's do that. Thanks. I don't particularly like the smell of marigolds. They don't like, it's not disgusting, but I plant them specifically and only for what they do, their jobs. Same thing with nasturtium. Same thing with, what's the other one that I plant? Borage. There's another one that I plant. What's it called? Marigold? Borage? Nasturtium? There's another one that I plant. I forgot. Anyways, there's a couple of flowers that I plant that it deters a lot of the pest, but they also invite. Sunflowers. Sunflowers are sacrificial plants for me. And I am seeing, after 6 years of gardening, so this year I'm starting my 6th gardening season, I am seeing more and more little buzzing pollinators that I haven't seen years prior. What I would love to do is I would like to have a little pond outside to invite the couple frogs, and they will, by having like this little pond area with there's a weed that you can put in there and have frogs in there, it creates like this biodiversity on your toads. Thanks. It creates this biodiversity on your land, and it invites every single insects that you really need for your garden. Dragonflies, I see them. The libellule, is that what you're talking about? Because if that's dragonflies, I think it's libellule. I started to see those last year a lot. There's another one that I started to see is that bird that has that long nose and flies super, super, super fast. L'oiseau mouche. L'oiseau mouche. Help me out, French people. What's oiseau mouche in English? We grew Jolly Jester Marigold last year, and they are beautiful. Okay, let me see, let me see. Let me see. Creating more needs. So, Jolly Jester Marigold. Ooh, those are beautiful. They look like Jolly Ranchers. Hummingbirds, that's what it is. Yes, don't forget the thumbs up. Yeah. So I think by having like this little pond going on, it will complete all the beneficial insect that will come at my house year after year after year, and they know that I have all the food that they can eat. So, and if I have this little pond going on, I can have a little area where the bees can actually have like put rocks so that the bees can actually go drink water. So I wouldn't have to leave plates a couple of places on my property. They will have a little area to go. They're beautiful hummingbirds. I remember, it must have been at least 10 years ago. Me and my husband, we were in Gaspésie, and we were eating next to the ocean. Sorry, not Gaspésie. We were near Remy's house, I think. Anyways, it doesn't matter. We were out near the ocean, and hummingbirds would come. There were like little places where they had nectar there, right in front of the window. So we were sitting down in the restaurant enjoying a lobster, and you had the window. The ocean would come next to us, and then you would see those hummingbirds. It's so beautiful. Really? Okay, now they're my new best friend. Okay, so that means I have to find a way of bringing hummingbirds, a lot of them, to my house because mosquitoes. Last year, has anyone forgotten what mosquitoes felt like last year? Oh, wait. I have a message from Remy. Remy, what'd you do? How come I missed it? Okay, so Remy from Rem's Family Farm gifted a membership to my channel. Does anyone see it? It was claimed. Okay. Thank you. Can I see who is the lucky person? Who is that lucky person? I do not know this person. MC Ferrand. Congratulations. You have access 1 free month of my membership area. Yes, spiderwebs. This is why I tolerate spiders in my garden. So last year, mosquitoes. I was laughing all the time with Darren and Remy and Marilyn that we were like always like, even in the mid-afternoon. So I am hoping this year that no more mosquitoes. No more mosquitoes. Trumpet vines. Are those poisonous? You guys are making me buy more seeds. Hold on, hold on. Trumpet vines, trumpet vines, trumpet vines. Isn't that morning glory? Trumpet vines? Trumpet vines seeds. I'm not. Hummingbird vine seeds. Okay. I'm not seeing anything specific here. Oh, I found something. Vise seeds. Those are not seeds. Those are plants. Okay, so I'll have to look into that. So thanks again. I really appreciate it. I didn't see it. I don't have a second screen like you guys and see like the actual chat. I only have my computer and I keep my phone in case someone wants to reach me, a moderator or my husband. I do not know who MC Ferron is, but welcome. I hope that you are in the chat. You're still here. She won a free membership. Oh my, nice. They are orange. Okay, I have to look into it. I took a screenshot and I'll look into that. You end up buying more seeds. Don't complain. I need to finish the second greenhouse and buy 2 loads of compost. We all have lots of stuff to do. I got my husband to go pick up a pallet of compost for me in bags this year. Because we were supposed to buy a trailer. Didn't happen. So he went at Canadian Tire and bought an entire pallet of compost. But I can't bring it in the backyard just yet because the soil is all muddy. So anything on wheels, we sink. So I am hoping by the end of the, so we're the 10th, I'm hoping in 10, 12 days that the sun dries up most of the water because it's like full of mud outside. It's disgusting. So that I can use a wheelbarrow to bring most of my compost outside. I do not want to carry this on my shoulders. I will be crawling in like feeling 90 years old for a month. There's my list. I don't remember who told this expression. I think it's Lynn from Bucket List Homestead. My lists of things to do, or Angie from Me and You Acres, I can't remember, it's either or. My lists of stuff to do has lists, and like you take out 10 stuff and like 100 appears magically. Like you're not even the one writing the stuff that needs to get done. I would need like 4 extra grow lights for all. True. Grow lights are seriously one of the biggest investments that you'll have to make. Infrastructure when you start is always very expensive, and I decided to invest in the sun blasters. And at the end of the season, I might invest. There's a light that Annie from Mama Homemade suggested, and I'm saving up to have it. M.I. Gardner has that light, suggests it. He swears by it. Vivo Sun, I think it's Vivo Sun, and it's LEDs. And I want to use those for my brassicas. I don't want to tell you how much I have. Well, I was blessed with buying it used, but still, I have a lot. Yeah, never a dull moment. Okay, so coral honeysuckle. Okay, I'm gonna have to take a picture of this. and research all of this. Add this to my list. Okay. We have coral honeysuckle, salvia, and mealy sage to attract hummingbirds. I have sage, pink sage, Sirius blue sage, and pineapple sage. I'm hoping the pineapple sage comes back. It says that it's a perennial. I'm hoping it's perennial because this smells divine. I have 2 plants. One's in the tunnel in a pot, and I planted one just before, a couple of weeks before it freezes, so I'm hoping that it comes back. The coral honeysuckers is our favorite, and it isn't an invasive as common honeysuckle. Lists have lists, never done. Like today, for example, my husband laughs at me all the time. I start something, and then, I have to do that, and then not complete what I started the first time, like 5 minutes ago. And then start something else and then complete that first. Like today I was all over the place and I had to do so many things. It's like I have a never ending list in a possible timeline, but it has to get done. What sage would you like? The pink sage is not a perennial, it's an annual, and I do have a lot of plants. The Sirius blue sage, I do not have a lot. The pineapple sage, I haven't found seeds online. Yet. Pineapple sage seeds. The only one that I was finding was not available here. But every year I see it at the local nursery. Okay, so I might cut off. My Wi-Fi signal just told me that the signal is low. I'm hoping that I don't get cut off. If I do get cut off, I'll just come back on. Okay, so you're going to have to write a list to me so that I don't forget. Because there's a lot of things that I have to bring to you at the conference. But the pineapple sage, I'm really hoping it comes back. There's also, Lynn had so many varieties of mint that I really wanted. And I think also Marilyn has varieties of mint. Or is it lemon balm? I forgot. Okay. Okay, so the signal is back on. Maybe I had a couple of kids opening tablets and my Wi-Fi signal went down. No mint here. Okay, so I know it's Lynn. She had like all different types of mint. I have chocolate mint, and I have I'm working on a couple of plants so that I can up pot them and sell them, because you can't start them by seeds. And I remember that Remy wanted one, but I'll have to make a list so that on the convention I can bring you guys stuff. If I bring them in mini soil blockers, like little cubes of 2 inches, will that bother you, or you rather me up pot it? I know I'm bringing stuff to Marilyn. Angie, I'm bringing a... What's it called? I'm bringing an aloe plant for you. Okay, so Remy, you found your chocolate mint? You're all right. Okay. You started peppermint from scratch and they germinated. I have some. Awesome. Peppermint. I know I have a type of mint at home That's very, very invasive. And I have to see if it's peppermint that I have or mint. Because if it's peppermint, I have like, I can donate mint for the entire Montreal area. Like, I have so much. Okay, so your chocolate mint worked after all, the plant, right? Yeah. You told me that during a live during the holidays, I think, and I noted it. But I have like very small memory, so I take notes. Like, my notes has notes as my lists, and I wrote it down. Yeah, I have. I only written down your aloes plant. So if anything else is needed, please message me so that I can bring it at the convention. I have so many aloe plants, I don't know what to do with it. Nice, elderberry. I sowed. I started the what do you call it? The germination? No, sorry. The stratification of the blueberry and the low bush cranberry. And soon I will take them out of the fridge. And since we're early spring, I'm going to sow the high bush cranberries very soon. The ones that I'm really, really hoping that it works. And it's going to take a full year to grow. I would love to find high bush cranberries plants. It would be nice. It would be very nice. I would love to find that. Sure, sure. I don't know if my elderberry seeds will work. Da, da, da. If you can't get mint to germinate, I'll give you some. Okay, that's not for me. You do? Is it high bush or low bush? If you do, can I steal 2 plants? I would love that. Like, there's 2 types of berries that I really, really want. It's high bush cranberries and watermelon berries. I am seeing so many people in Alaska doing, like, there's so many berries up there. They're doing like lots of stuff with high bush cranberries, wild blueberries, and watermelon berries. Those are my 2 that I want to find. I don't know if we can get back there in May. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, so I'll write this down just in case. Because the low bush cranberries that I'm sowing is this thing that we're seeing that people floods their field to harvest their cranberries. But the high bush cranberries, you don't need to do that. Nice. See you soon. Hello, John. I promise I behaved. I didn't do anything bad. Speaking of, I just had a flash. How is everyone on their challenge for the? Okay, I keep forgetting the name. It's a mouthful. The Global Gardening and Homesteading Community Challenge. How is everyone going with that? I know for my part, I'm a little bit struggling. Uh, I have some, well, not, there's part of it that I'm struggling, part of it that is super easy. So eggs, I have too many eggs. Like, I have so much eggs, I don't know what to do with it. So that means I'll have to freeze them or dehydrate them. Um, I started some not microgreens. I started some sprouts. I harvested it today. I had half a pound. So those things like are super easy, but everything that I transplanted in the tunnel seems that it's not doing much. The beets are stunt, so I probably will not be able to harvest anything out of it. The turnips don't seem like they're doing much. The spinach will do wonderfully. Radishes are starting to sprout. The peas will probably give me a good thing, but the rest are struggling. Like my green onions, I had high hopes for those. They're not doing much. So everything that I'm doing to have more food earlier, right now is keeping me on my toes. Like, I'm not sure if it's gonna work. Do you have some on your property? Kind of looking for some. um, I don't. If I don't count the pounds I started with, I have less than last year at the same time. I have to harvest again. I did a first harvest of my green tops, and for a reason this year, the onions are growing way faster than the years prior. So I might have a second harvest of those. Hello, Darren. I hope you had a wonderful day. For my part, this week has been very slow. I haven't really been harvesting much. Like eggs, I'm done with my sap, my maple syrup, but I am very close to 22 pounds since I started the challenge. So I have eggs. My tomatoes are all done. I had some tomatoes inside. The plants were so sickly, probably because of lack of ventilation. The plants are going in the burn pile. So those are done. I probably will have some greens. I have some lettuce greens, some salad greens, and some spinach, but that won't weigh much when I harvest it. Before the ice storm hit me, I filmed a video of me not having icicles to harvest. Like, before the ice storm, it all melted for me, and then when the ice storm hit, I forgot to do a video of me harvesting them. Yeah, and then I felt so stupid because now they're all gone, and there's no more snow. But I did have a lot of icicles after the ice storm. Yes, Remy, soon we will max out at 100 folks. You have 100 people? So that means you have 31 in each team. So Team Will It Grow and Team Aquarius. And you have about 40 people in the Wilson's Misfits? Misfits Wilson. I forgot the name. Is that it? 100 people. That's crazy. Well, still, let's just say he's at 90. So that's a lot of people. That's a lot of people to marshal and to go check if we do bad things or good things or if we're following the rules. What's a jubilee celebration? Because there's a lot of people. I don't know what jubilee means. Wilson. Wilson Misfits. Woohoo! We're the best. Yes, but I try not to film it because I do not want to be marshaled. I don't want to be venged. I want to weigh in a lot of food. I want to celebrate this. Like, I want to sit down at the end of the season and see all those pounds adding up. So I try to do the bad things when the camera's not whirling. So how is your setup going on, Angie? Did you start weighing in stuff? And that's a lot of people. Let's just say that we don't reach 100, but like we're close to 100. So we're 100 of us inspiring and teaching on YouTube. It's amazing. Like there's going to be 100 people that's going to grow a lot of food and show thousands of people or inspire thousands of people to grow food on a windowsill, in a container, in an in-ground garden, in a raised bed garden. There's in the water, aquaponics. I'm not saying it right, I think. So there's going to be so many ways to grow food in this challenge. Not as of yet. My harvest will be at the end of the year. I saw that. You have like that little tent thing going on, and your peppers look amazing. Okay, so yeah, there is hydroponics, and I don't know the difference of both. I was looking into that. There's a tower that has like water circulating, and it comes with its own lights. There's like different setups, and I was hoping to add that for salad greens in the winter. But then I saw M.I. Gardner in 72 plug trays. So leaf lettuce in a 10 by 20 tray. So he puts a 10 by 20 tray and then a 72 cell tray in it. And he sows lettuce leaf-wise, and he just harvests it a couple of times a week to have lettuce. And he had arugula, he had cilantro. So I might just do that because I already have everything. And to have a little bit more soil, I think I would use my 50 cell trays instead of 72, so to let the plants get a little bit bigger. I think that's what I'll do this fall, winter. Start like greens in little 50 cell trays. Okay, so aqua, you have fish. Hydro involves water, aqua involves fish. Cool. Thanks. And on May 5th, you could have help dig in. Darren said he would volunteer this year. What does this mean? Is this message for me? Because I'm not sure I follow. Oh, for Angie. Okay, because like I didn't understand that one. Okay, so hydra involves water, aqua involves fish. So I'll try to remember this. I don't grow in those conditions, but definitely good to know. The fish will be. So Darren, I had a question for you. You know those windows that you talked about in your greenhouse that opens with the beeswax? Does it open like about 45 degrees? Does it open fully? Because I'm looking into getting at least 2 windows in my tunnel, but we're looking for something to open. Homestead question. I'll keep the personal questions for when I see you at the convention. So, uh, we're looking for a window to open completely in front of the tunnel and in the back of the tunnel, and one that opens a little bit on the top part. So, does your window open completely or just a little? Thank you. So, I am seeing 12 people in the chat. I have no idea how many thumbs up there is. Windows open about 90 degrees. Okay, so it's half. Okay, so I'll have to figure something out for the front part and the back part. Because we're looking into a fan system, a box fan to circulate the air, to push out the warm air front to back, and to exit the heat from the top. But we don't know how to have automatic windows to open completely. Okay, so I'll have to look into that. Because today, we were able to maintain the tunnel around 25 degrees Celsius. But the day before that, it reached 32. And the front part was open, the back windows were open, there was a fan going on, I was pushing out the air, and I had a hard time keeping it at 25. Just buy the openers and you can build the rest of the windows yourself. Buy some plexiglass and cut. Yeah, we already have the plexiglass. Worst case scenario, we're just going to use greenhouse plastic that we have laying around the house. But if you do have plexiglass, that's what we'll use. But since it's not a structure, it's a tempo railing. We don't know how we can box in a window on the top. We don't know how we're going to do that. I know he's going to figure it out because he loves those types of challenges. But we were hoping to do the front and back automatically. My 2 windows still need more venting now. I want to cut a hole in the side of the greenhouse and install a solar fan. Yeah, I saw that, a solar fan. I've seen it on a couple of channels lately. Is it expensive? I haven't done that part of the research. I can't do that just yet. I can't open the sides. We were supposed to work a method to roll the sides and then clip it so that I can open the plastic and then in the afternoon go close it. But we haven't found a system that's not too expensive to do it. So this year we're trying to figure out those details. But in the summer, I completely open the sides. So we we open completely and I don't end up closing it. But I haven't found a 20 feet, like my tunnel is 20 feet long, and we haven't found a way, unless we use bungee cord. I didn't try that. I saw, like, that up, down, and then I just squeeze it inside. Huh. I didn't think of that. I'll have to ask my husband if that will work, because I could just use the plastic and just lift it and squish it between the elastics. Okay, I'm going to see if that works. Because that would solve one of my problems. But I would love to have it automatic. Yeah, worst case scenarios, I can do that in sections. But I have to figure out a way, because everything I'm doing right now is manual. I would love to have an automatic, like we're trying to automate the tunnel so that if I leave the house, I put everything in there in the morning. I open the back and the front. If it's 10 degrees Celsius outside, I open the back window, I open the front window. But if there's a temperature change, a drastic change, the sun comes out of the clouds, the tunnel can like gradually go to 30 and I wouldn't be home. So what we're trying to do is to have some automatic system to maintain at least 25 degrees. That's our goal. Like, that's what we're working on, the logistics of all of that this spring. I want also to remove the front plastic and put some of my swimming pool solar tarp roller. Huh. There's pool rollers I can also use. Hello, wild edibles. But that I also love bug escape and read. Yeah, true. I don't have water coming in right now. I have to water the tunnel, but when the sides are open, like the two end garden beds get a little bit of water. But I might install gutters on one side of the tunnel that's another thing that we're trying to do. We're trying to collect the rainwater from the tunnel into 1,000 liter, put it to a height where gravity can feed a watering system for the tunnel exclusively. That's another thing that we're trying to set up for this summer. That's a lot of projects when you think of it. Like, that's the thing. My budget is so limited, so we're trying to use up everything we have here. And my husband thrives on hydraulic, electrical, and those types of projects. He loves those. So I know that he's like in La La Land right now, and he's enjoying this. And I know that it's not all going to happen this year, but I know some of the stuff will be done. The watering system is something that's really, really important, because the tunnel desperately needs more water because it is much hotter in the summer in there. But it is a work in progress. Like, I know that some of the projects will have to be put on the back burner because either the parts are too expensive, or it doesn't work, or the type of tunnel that I have, the structure won't allow it. So I know I'm going to hit some bumps along the way. But that's my unicorn dream right now. Automatic greenhouse. But we will go as the money's available. I would love to have that. I'm not allowed to have an automatic watering system connected to my house. I could probably get a permit for rain collecting watering system, but I doubt that the city will give it to me because I'm not a farm. Yeah, lots of dreaming, lots of planning, and Well, what I'm trying to explain to my husband when he gets his courage is by like adding a little bit of stuff to the greenhouse or the tunnel, I am able to grow more food. So if I can extend our growing season to have 3 to 4 weeks in the spring, well, or late winter, early spring, and then late fall till to early winter, that means that we will have food 10 months a year. And that means the 2-3 months that I will not have food, I can grow something inside the house, like lettuce greens. I figure out how to grow green beans inside the house with the fan. I'm going to try growing a little bit more this winter, well, next winter, and see if I can have a couple of plants of that. And that's why I'm trying to explain to him the importance of investing our time in those little projects, because since food is getting so expensive, if I can tweak some stuff in the overall math of me growing more food year round, probably should be cheaper than what we have in the store, but let's just say it's the same price. I will get better quality food locally grown, and some of the stuff I won't depend on the grocery store. And if I can get my lawn keepers to stay in my house all through the winter, I'll be able to have tomato sandwich all winter long. So it would be nice. It would be nice. I'm trying to convince my husband. We'll see how far we can get this year. We want a greenhouse roof to collect water for the greenhouse. However, I think those soaker hose need more pressure. Yeah. We have we were donated hoses that has little holes in them. What we're going to do is we're going to flip them on the side and let them run for a couple of hours. And even though, let's just say that the pressure is horrible, but it still end up watering the tunnel for me, it's an entire half an hour that I spare myself of fighting with the bugs. Because I don't think you remember last year when I am outside between 8 o'clock at night, because I can only water my gardens 3 nights a week from 8 to 10. So I go outside at 8 o'clock at night, and I'm battling mosquitoes nonstop for 2 hours to water my entire garden. And it does take me 2 hours because I have to hand water everything. I'm not allowed to have a sprinkler. So if I can save 30 minutes with that little system, I would be very happy. So instead of taking me an hour, 2 hours, it's going to take me an hour and a half. Yeah, true. I need to finish the tunnel, then put some protected beds in it, so it's time of the year next year. Cold hardy plants will grow and stay. Nice. Lawn keepers. I just sowed my lawn keepers last week. I'm hoping that this year, instead of having lawn keepers that dies within the first month that's inside the house, that I can keep them all winter long. Just don't feed anyone canned greens. Just don't feed anyone canned greens as a way to convince them. Could work, could work. My rainwater system is 5 plastic trash barrels with no lids on them. If my town complains, I'll tell them to buy me 5. My town complains a lot. Well, village, I should say. They're trying to convert our village into a town. Yeah. A 4 freezer? Wow. Where are you going to put it? Harvest icicles all year. Wouldn't that be great? Especially the chocolate ones. Yeah. Well, I was with my son Sunday at the grocery store. And it was Easter Sunday, and I totally forgot. Everything was closed, but I did find a grocery store that was open. And usually we buy celery during the winter. It's $3.99, $2.99, $4.99. Okay. But they're about this big. I can have 3 nights that I have celery raw, with like raw vegetables, like I do carrots, celery, and cauliflower. I do like a big plate, and I have about, with one cauliflower, one celery, and a 2-pound bag of carrots, I can do a couple of dinners with that. But yesterday it was about $3.99. It was about this big, so it's the same price, half the size, and most of them look like crap. I was so disappointed. Like, come on. Like, you want us to pay more for our food, but at least give us the same quality. Because it's so it's even more irritating when you pick up a cauliflower and you have to remove a couple of florets on it because it's not good anymore. So, growing the most that I can. I can't have any automatic system. A drip tape line is an automatic system. So what I'm doing is I am trying to create a dip tape with old hoses that I have that has little holes in them. If that doesn't work, so if anyone's listening from my town, I'm not getting a drip system. But if that works, if my system that we're trying to do, because we have the hose, it wouldn't be an investment. If that doesn't work to our liking, example, but our system would work with a drip system, I might get it. But it would only be for my tunnel. Like, so hand watering is good, but lots of work. Yeah. So I have a hoodie on, and like I pull so that you only see my eyes and a bit of my nose. I have long sleeves up to here. I have gloves on, garden gloves. I have long pants, socks over my pants, and like shoes. And this is me like watering for 2 hours. Couple of swears actually comes out because I'm so sick and tired of hearing. So fun. Hand watering is a lot of work, but you can see the plants. Yeah. It is good it's 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock, I don't see a lot. By the time I'm done at 10, like when I start about 8, the sun's starting to set. So when I start watering, I can assess certain problems. But I have a tendency of doing, I walk in the garden at least 3 times a week. I walk my garden and I inspect specific plants that I know that every year I have problems with. Like this year I had aphids on peppers. And because I know that aphids comes either on tomatoes or on peppers, I inspect at least 3 times a week every individual plant to make sure that there's nothing bad going on. I might have to look for a farm in your area then. I'll be at peace. I bred my last pair of does today. More bunnies to come in the month. I have bunnies supposed to come on the 18th. So in 8 days. But I don't harvest the bunnies. I sell the bunnies. So they will not count in my the competition. Darren, they don't complain about. Come on. Llamas. They're animals. You did? I'm thinking of it. Darren suggested a hoodie that has the netting. I might do it. I might invest either in just the netting because I'm sick and tired of getting eaten alive. We can have 6 large animals, 18 medium sized, and 30 small animals. That is the only regulation except listing no emus and ostrich. I would be scared to have ostrich. Like, those things are vicious. Yeah, bugs. I'm not on a farm. I'm in a village. I have houses around me, so I consider myself what's called a not a small scale farm. I'm on a 1/3 of an acre. I have a very small home. I would love to move, but moving would represent so much heartache because like now we're starting to make new friends that has kids, we're getting along with the parents, and we're getting help to, when we want to go for romantic dinner, they take care of our kids, they're living nearby. So moving would represent us losing that, losing friendship in the unknown. But moving would also, I if we were to move, I would try to move closer to a homesteading community. We're looking to just we're hoping to find something past Quebec City. So past Quebec City, there's a couple of folks that are homesteading, and we would get closer to similar-minded people. And farmsteading, if ever it is needed, because we haven't taken a family vacation in a very long time. That's a lot. 30 small animals. I'm guessing those are birds. Dum dum dum. So, Darren, this is a question for you. My boyfriend finds the way to avoid mosquitoes. He wears wireless earphones and listens to the radio. He does not hear the mosquitoes. Okay, well, he doesn't feel them biting, sucking his blood. It's so hot in that netting, and you squash the flies in the net. So, okay. No. In French, it's microferme, so it's like micro farming. Because I don't have a farming land. I'm considered residential. So I am sometimes on eggshells for what I do. I keep teasing my son I'm going to get an ostrich. I would be terrified to be safe face to face with an ostrich. You're absolutely right. We are animals. Well, my husband is near retirement. He still has 12 or 13 years of service before he retires. But we would like to explore different possibilities. Yeah, you can call that permettre. Annie, if you move closer to me, you'll have friends. Yes, definitely. But moving to New Brunswick would be a challenge. It would definitely be a challenge. I love New Brunswick. When we visited, it's a little bit like Quebec City, but even more relaxed. Like the people there, even though we were in high tourism country, they had a totally different mindset. There's a friend of mine, when I told him when I had trouble with the city, ducks, chickens is hard, But rabbits are pets. They have names. They can't tell you you're not allowed to have rabbits if there's pets. A rabbit is not a livestock animal anymore exclusively. There's people that has rabbits inside of their house as like a dog. So you could get away with that. Yes, definitely, definitely. He puts Watson. Where did the comment go? Okay, so he puts Watskin, but the sound itself drives more crazy than anything else. Be afraid of being bitten. Okay. When town rules gets tough, it was time for us. Yeah, we actually had 2 complaints officially at the town, so we keep our like every time we decide to do something on our land, we always try to make sure that it's the cleanest, that you can't see it from the street, that it's pretty. So, but I would love like to sit down and be on my porch in my pajamas with my coffee cups, because I might leave a couple on the deck, or a glass of wine, and look outside and see like full of gardens, full of life, not just houses. But at the time when we moved here, it was what we could afford. And moving now that my children are, my eldest is 10, and every time I talk about moving, she cries. So I don't know. I don't know. So, guys, I just saw the time. I will have to let you guys go. Tomorrow is my last day with my children before they go back to school. So I am working on a little vlog for you guys of what's going on, what I'm taking care of. So it might come out either Wednesday or Thursday. Yes, you have lots of pets. Lots of pets. We named her Cow. However, the emotion to harvest, yeah. As soon as you name them, it's hard. Darren, a friend will be back from the butcher soon. Live, little lick was not sure I understand that. Yeah, so it's back to reality for most of us. My husband is back to work tomorrow. I still have the kids with me, so I'm gonna enjoy that. Last day, they go back to school on Wednesday, and it's back to reality. I have so many things to pot, so many things to prepare. I need to prepare my garden beds because spring is here and summer will come quite fast. Oh, sorry. I didn't catch that. So, you guys, I wish you have a fantastic week. For those of you going back to work, I hope it's not too hectic and people are nice with you. And we will chat soon. Next week, I am having my live that I was supposed to have 3 weeks ago for the celebration of my monetization milestone and 1,000 sub. I'm still working on the logistics of the gifts and all of that, but it will happen officially next week. Thank you. Sending love your way, and we'll chat very soon. Take care, everyone. Bye.